Today is April 3rd, 2019. This is the Hobbit Garden Review. I'm just trying to give a weekly update. We'll go through some things. Now, last weekend, I think last Saturday, we actually had snow coming down. It didn't stick, but it snowed. And then we got a big rain, and here we are today. I think it may rain tonight and tomorrow, so we'll see how that is. I've got taxes I need to get done. So anyway, every year you got to do them. So let me get down to the garden. I'm in the greenhouse. I've got a few things down below, and you can see a lot of the seeds have not come up yet, and so I don't know if that's going to be bad seeds or what, but I had a lot of things that I transplanted actually die on me, so I'm going to plant some more tomato seeds. I had a lot of little plants, but then they were shocked, kind of like these guys look like they're going into shock too. We'll see if they make it. Now these are cauliflower and peppers of some sort. All sweet. Bell peppers or something. And the same thing over here. Now they say that these are, this is supposed to be nasturtium, but that leaf is all wrong. So I don't know what to make of that. It's the wrong, nasturtium have the round, circular leaves. So I don't know what I've got growing there. So look at here. Those guys can be potted up soon. Now I did get a few of my tomatoes. Now these have to be brandywine pink. Look at that. These are some seeds that I had saved. So they're brandywine of some sort. My cabbage, now that's actually doing real good. But anyway, those are the little plants. I don't know what to make of that. Now I have been making a lot of, from my leaves, I've taken half leaf compost and added in dirt from some of my containers, after I sifted the containers again. And I've made out these pots. I filled them up nicely. Now look. That is a lettuce, leaf lettuce. And this is leaf lettuce that I just bought, actually. That's new seed. I don't see anything sprouting in these other ones. Well, this one's not planted. This is planted. This one has not been planted yet. If I've got a little tag on it, that's letting me know I planted something. So we'll see what comes up and what doesn't. I still got plenty of time to replant. Now this one is coming up, and that's kale. And well, that's probably fresh kale also. And these are the Texas onions, or Texan onions. They're supposed to get large. And then these are all my onions that I dug up and replanted. And I think some of these actually may be leeks. So see that one in there? I think that's actually a leek. But I dug them all up and then I replanted them all again. Now my peas have not hit. I've got peas planted here, but nothing has broke the ground yet. So, and also here. So we'll see what happens. But you can see I've composted the whole garden. And this is the last stuff that I've been putting down in the path is branches chipped. And I'm just loving it. It takes a long time to make it happen, but it's nice. Now here's some more that I replanted. And you can see the potatoes have not broken. They've been in since the 17th, so that's been 2 weeks. I was kind of hoping something would. Now, what I do have coming up, if you can see that, I'm pretty sure that is mustard, because I had planted mustard last fall, and it was too cold. It never did do anything. And I just planted a few of my cabbages here, and I think that I planted one squash plant. I think I knocked it over, so I thought I'd go ahead and plant it out and see if it survives. Now, we shouldn't get too much more cold weather. Now, normally April 15th is on average the last frost date, hard frost. So those are some peas I tried to start inside, and I don't know if they're going to, actually they look like they'll survive, but not in these other two containers. They died out. And I planted peas right there also. See, I'll be excited when they take off. And I've had such trouble growing radishes that I decided to plant them in here. And I'm hoping to get radishes growing. Now, what I did in this one here is I filled up the bottom with milk jugs. So the first, I don't know, foot or so is milk jugs. It's such a tall container. And I've done that in pretty much all of these, a lot of these. I put a milk jug in the bottom and then filled up, the top 8 inches or so with that mix of dirt and compost, leaf compost. Okay, well, that's kind of how things are looking now. The my rain barrels are doing, they're full, and I've already been using some of that. In fact, I'm going to water. I mean, it's supposed to rain, but I'm still going to water, I think. We'll see. So what I do is I catch the water, and then I have these two connected together with that hose. So these float together, actually. And I guess I could raise this one up some. Maybe catch a little more water. But and then I have to open this up manually. That's not on a float. And then I fill up my small trash can. I guess that's 35 gallon. And I dip out of that. That way you can dip out, fairly quick, considering. So here's one of the projects for this last week. You can see the hog wire down below, and then just another piece of fence. I've put it to just a little, like a painting pole. I put it in, just put it around it, tied it on, and I put on each end of the fence, and then you can see how I've just put a tie to it. And so now I've raised this another 3 feet or so. I'm gonna plant pole beans in here. In fact, I guess it's now getting warm enough that I can plant the pole beans. So I'll plant pole beans here and here, and down here I planted peas, and I've gone with mostly the melting Mammoth peas. Those are real nice pea to eat fresh. Well, I hope you enjoy this video. Now, normally April 15th is on average the last frost date, for a hard frost here in the Kansas City area of Missouri. Of course, down south, the last frost date may have already passed, but we're a little bit north a bit, a couple of 100 miles. So, but we're getting close. I'm going to start to plan out my cabbages and things. I see that the 11th might get down to 39 degrees they're projecting, but cabbage, I hope, should be able to survive that without a problem. And then after that, later I'll probably start planning out some of those tomatoes and things. So we'll see how that all goes. I still have maybe 10 containers that need to be cleaned out, sifted, and then redone with the dirt compost, leaf compost mixture that I've made. In fact, here, you see this? This right here is actually a mixture. I'm now going to start my anything else I plant, I'll probably start on this. This is 50% dirt, 50% leaf compost. So it's very fluffy and actually light. And if you run water through this, the water that comes out is so brown. It looks kind of like the black rivers in Ireland. The water from the organics in some of the rivers run black, and so they call them, I think there's at least two rivers called the Black River, and it's because of the bogs and things. And anyway, you can look that up online. The leaf compost should be doing wonders for my garden. We'll see how it all works out, and we'll see how plants, seeds planted in it pop up, how they do. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Love you guys. Bye bye now.